Hi everyone, Fox 61 Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank here on the Weather Watch from Thursday night into Friday night. This storm that's on the way is all about location, 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 and where you live determines what kind of an experience that you have during this storm. For example, if you live in the Northwest Hills, you are talking about a prolonged period of heavy wet snow, and over a half a foot of it is possible, along with the chance for scattered power outages and also a very messy, very snowy Friday morning commute. But for most of the rest of the state, there could briefly be some snow, or you just start off as rain and continue as rain. I know this is a lot of information to throw at you, so I think it'll become a little bit more clear when I show you the future radar in just a moment. But for a lot of the state, it's just a wet and windy day on Friday that could start or finish as a little bit of snow in spots. For tonight, we're looking at temperatures in the 20s to around 30 degrees, and we are dry during the day tomorrow. But it won't be until we head into Thursday night that we'll start to see some of those areas of rain and snow developing. For Thursday, we're looking at high temperatures around the 40-degree mark. Between around 6 and 9 o'clock, we'll start to see those areas of rain and snow begin to work into western Connecticut first, and western areas start as snow right out of the gate. Meanwhile, most of the rest of the state begins as rain. There could be, a sleet pellet or a snowflake before that transition takes over. But look at these temperatures. They're going to be far too warm for anything but rain, it looks like, when this first gets underway, and right through the overnight hours as well. Meanwhile, again, it is snowing heavily up in the Northwest Hills, and this is the morning commute on Friday. No matter where you live in the state, it's heavy precipitation, whether it's heavy rain or heavy snow. All depends on where you live, but it really looks like the highest elevations are going to be where there's the biggest issues. Otherwise, the rest of the day we're dealing with off and on rain, gusty winds. We could see wind gusts on Friday anywhere between 30 to 40 miles per hour, the highest wind gusts likely at the Connecticut shoreline. And heading into later Friday night as a bit of a wild card, as this system is starting to pull away, more areas could switch over to snow just to kind of finish things off with some little minor accumulation as this storm is moving out. By Saturday morning, the storm is done. It's over. We're not expecting any additional accumulation, but in areas like the Northwest Hills, where there's going to be a lot of snow to clean up, there will likely still be some issues. We could see anywhere from no snow up to a foot of snow in the state, depending on where you live. So very big differences in accumulation just over a short or small geographical area. But in parts of Litchfield County, especially those that are above 1,000 feet, there could be a half a foot of snow or more. But as soon as you head down in elevation, notice those snowfall totals are less, 3 to 6 inches for southern Litchfield County, and towards Waterbury, about 1 to 3 inches of snow is forecast. In the Hartford area, there could be some minor coatings that kind of get washed away, and then maybe on the backside there could be a slushy coating in spots, but we're not expecting much, if any. It's mostly just a rain and wind event for you guys. And in northeastern Connecticut, there could be a brief period of snow, and this first gets started heading into Thursday night. And there's also a chance for some when this is all wrapping up heading into Friday night. Along the shoreline, we are just expecting rain from start to finish. So kind of breaking down the impacts from this storm. In the hills, it's heavy wet snow, snowy travel, and the chance for scattered outages. Because this is going to be a heavy wet snow, it could kind of cling to things like trees and power lines and kind of weigh them down. So if we do end up getting over a half a foot of snow, that will be a concern in the hills, and again, a localized area. For most of the rest of inland Connecticut, we're mainly talking about rain, although we could briefly start or finish as snow in a few locations, and gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. And for the shoreline, we're talking about heavy rain and gusty winds, and the winds will be the highest at the shoreline, up to about 40 miles per hour. Otherwise, heading into the weekend, things are quiet. High temperatures will be in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. And taking a look at your Fox 61 7-day forecast, a chilly stretch of weather ahead with 30s starting Sunday and taking us all the way into the middle of next week.